Introducing Zummo's Z40 model, the fastest automatic juicing machine which squeezes 40 pieces of fruit per minute, ideal for establishments that experience high levels of demand for juice. This model features a squeezing system unique in the world, cutting the fruit into two halves and squeezing it vertically without the juice coming into contact with the peel, so it's not contaminated by any of the oil or bitterness in the peel, producing high-quality juice with a flavor that is 100% natural. Before you start to assemble the machine, place it on top of the cabinet and fix it into position using the screws provided. Assembly is fast and simple. First, place the lower separator onto the basket if necessary. Select the position of the separator according to the size of the fruit you are going to squeeze. Place the basket on the shaft and turn it until the spigots engage with their respective slots. Next, and bearing the size of the fruit in mind, place the appropriate separator inside the basket so that it engages and cannot turn. Tighten the nut and lastly, put the outer basket in place. Screw in the squeezer balls onto the juicing tray and position them so that the grooves line up with the marks on the tray. Now fix the blade onto the juicing tray, taking special care with the blade not to cut yourself, and slot the ribs into the grooves on the squeezer balls. Check to make sure the blade can slide up and down easily. Adjust the blade and squeezer balls on their shafts, then place the cups on the juicing tray and fit them on the shafts. Tighten the nuts well. We have added a new feature to our Z40 machines, an automatic filter cleaning system. To continue assembling the machine, fit the filter tray onto the squeezing tray. Fix the handles, the sides and the cover in place. And lastly, set the drip tray and grill in position. The machine is fitted with a safety system that requires the parts to be fitted correctly in order for it to work, otherwise error messages will appear on screen. Remember that you have medium, large and extra large cups and squeezer balls to use depending on the size of the fruits you want to squeeze, which can be up to 100 mm in diameter. With our Z40 machines you can squeeze oranges, lemons, mandarins, grapefruit and pomegranates. To start up the machine, connect it to a power supply and check that the letter C is showing on the display screen. Check how many pieces of fruit you want to squeeze by pressing the select button intermittently, and keep it pressed if you want to reduce the number of pieces of fruit to squeeze in each cycle. Press the on button to get the machine to start squeezing and the stop button to pause it while it is working. The machine memorizes how many pieces of fruit must be squeezed until it is reprogrammed. If you want to find out how many times the squeezing process has been completed, press stop and check the number on the display. It takes just 6 or 7 minutes to disassemble, clean, dry and reassemble the machine. Disconnect the power supply, remove the front and side covers and the handles. Remove the filter tray, loosen the two nuts on the cup slightly and pull them towards you to release them. Unscrew the upper nuts and remove all the parts. Be particularly careful not to cut yourself on the blade. Lastly, remove the drip tray and grill. Wash the parts with soapy water and before reassembling them, wash the stainless steel front panel. To keep the machine looking good, we recommend keeping it clean and the basket full of fruit. Also, with it in full view, you will see an increased demand for juice from your customers.